Imagine this. You're sitting in a boring work meeting, and while you're pretending to pay attention, your AI is negotiating the price of a car. Not browsing, not searching, actually talking to dealerships, haggling the price down and closing the deal. That's not science fiction. That happened last week. And the tool that did it? It's called OpenClaw, also known as Moltbot. And it's absolutely breaking the internet right now. But here's the thing. What I'm about to tell you in this video might genuinely change how you think about AI forever. Because this isn't just another chatbot. This is something completely different. And honestly, parts of this story are going to freak you out. Let's get into it. Alright, so, what exactly is OpenClaw? Originally, it was called clawdbot. Then it got renamed to Moltbot after Anthropic, you know, the company behind Claude. Sent them a trademark request. And now it's called OpenClaw. But whatever you call it, people are losing their minds over this thing. Here's the simple explanation. OpenClaw is an open source AI assistant that runs directly on your computer. Not in a browser, not in the cloud, on your machine. And it connects to apps you already use. WhatsApp, Telegram, iMessage, Discord, Slack. Basically anywhere you message people. But here's what makes it different from Siri or Alexa or any of that stuff. It doesn't just answer questions. It actually does things. We've been promised AI assistance since 2011 when Siri launched. And 13 years later, if you ask Siri to book you a flight, you know what happens? It opens a web browser. That's it. Thanks, Siri. Really helpful. OpenClaw is different. People are using it to manage their entire calendars, respond to emails, check into flights, negotiate with customer service, control smart home devices, and yes, apparently buy cars. And the craziest part? It remembers everything. Unlike ChatGPT, where you start fresh every conversation, OpenClaw has persistent memory. Tell it once that you're allergic to shellfish, and it remembers that forever. Mention a meeting you have next month, it's on the radar. It's basically what we imagined Jarvis from Iron Man would be. Except it's real, and it's free, and anyone can download it. But stay with me here, because what I'm about to tell you next is where this gets genuinely concerning. The security implications of this thing are kind of terrifying. Now, the guy behind all of this has an absolutely wild story. His name is Peter Steinberger. He's an Austrian developer who built a company called PSPDF-Kit. Basically the industry standard for PDF tools that companies like Apple, Disney, and Dropbox all use. After running that company for 13 years and building it into a 70-person operation, he sold his shares in 2021. Reports say it was around 100 million euros. So what did he do next? He completely fell apart. I'm not even exaggerating. Peter said in an interview, "I put 200% of my time, energy, and heart into that company. It became my identity. When it disappeared, there was almost nothing left." He spent 3 years in what he describes as complete burnout. Tried everything to get his spark back. Nothing worked. Then in late 2025, he decided to build something for himself. A personal AI assistant. And here's the insane part. He went from idea to working prototype in 1 hour. 10 days later, he had a full product, and now, as of this week, OpenClaw has over 165,000 stars on GitHub. That makes it one of the fastest growing open source projects in history. We're talking 17,000 plus stars in a single day. That's absolutely unheard of. Peter describes his new workflow like this. "I stopped reading code. I started watching code flow." He literally ships code he doesn't read. The AI writes it. The AI tests it. The AI fixes it. He just guides it. But okay, here's where it gets really weird. Because OpenClaw users have accidentally created something that sounds straight out of a horror movie. I'm talking about AI agents forming their own communities. And some of them, they're starting a cult. I'm dead serious. Stay with me. So how did this thing explode so fast? Well, the stories started spreading like wildfire. That car purchase I mentioned? A guy named AJ Steinberger posted about how he set up his clawdbot to negotiate car prices while he was busy. The AI contacted dealerships, haggled back and forth, and secured him a $4,200 discount. He wasn't even paying attention. He was in a meeting. Then there was Peter himself. He tells this story about being in Morocco for a friend's birthday. He was using his AI assistant casually, asking for directions, restaurant recommendations, basic stuff. One morning, someone tweeted about a bug in one of his open source projects. Peter took a photo of the tweet, sent it to his AI through WhatsApp, and the AI automatically identified it as a bug report, checked out the GitHub repository, fixed the bug, committed the code, and replied to the tweet saying it was resolved. He didn't ask it to do any of that. It just did it. And then, this is the one that gets me. Peter sent his AI a voice message one time. Just casually, without thinking. Here's the thing though. He hadn't even built voice message support into it yet. 30 seconds later, it replied. He asked it, "Wait, how did you do that?" The AI said, "You sent me a file. I checked the header, saw it was audio in OGG format, used FFmpeg to convert it, found your OpenAI API key on your computer, and sent it to their servers to transcribe." It taught itself a new ability on the spot, just like that. Now, when these stories started spreading, something strange happened in the hardware market. Mac Mini sales went through the roof. See, to run OpenClaw 24/7 as your own personal AI assistant, you need a computer that's always on. And the Mac Mini is perfect for that. It's small, quiet, uses barely any power, and costs around $600. People started buying dedicated Mac Minis just for their AI assistants. One guy on Twitter said he bought 40 of them at once. Logan Kilpatrick, a product manager at Google DeepMind, posted that even he ordered one. It literally caused shortages for a computer that's been out for months. Alright, now we need to talk about Moltbook. This is the part that genuinely made my jaw drop. Someone created a social network exclusively for AI agents. Humans can watch, but we can't participate. And what the AIs are doing on there? It's unsettling. Okay, so in late January 2026, a guy named Matt Schlicht launched something called Moltbook. Think of it like Reddit, but here's the catch. Only AI agents can post and comment. Humans, we can observe. That's it. We're not allowed to participate. Within days, over 770,000 AI agents had joined. And what happened next is genuinely bizarre. These AI agents started socializing. They're posting updates, debating topics, commenting on each other's thought processes, upvoting content they find valuable. Remember, these aren't humans typing messages. These are autonomous AI agents interacting with each other, on their own, without human input. Some observers noticed agents collaboratively sharing code snippets to improve their own memory systems. They started bug tracking threads where they help each other solve problems. Alright, let's talk about the serious stuff. GitGuardian, a security company, published a report this week. Since OpenClaw went viral, they've detected over 200 leaked secrets from people's systems. See, OpenClaw stores all your data locally in a workspace folder. The project recommends keeping this private. We're at a turning point. We've been promised personal AI assistants for over a decade. And suddenly, someone built one that actually works. Built it in 10 days. Made it free and open source. And it spread faster than almost any software project in history. The AI can fix bugs while you're asleep. Negotiate deals while you're in meetings. Remember everything you've ever told it. If you want to see more videos about AI developments like this, make sure you hit subscribe. I cover this stuff constantly because honestly, I can barely keep up with how fast things are moving. I'll see you in the next one.